So I've been watching videos on YouTube, people blogging about their bipolar disorder, and it seems kind of interesting to me. And I've gotten wrapped up into it, and I guess I want to start my own and see what comes out of it. My episode. So one of my friends called me to help him study at UCLA, and I did. I was really depressed at the time, and I didn't want to go back to work the night that I had to go back to work. We stayed up all night, stayed up until about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to go to work in about an hour. So I called into my job and I told them I'm not going to go to work. I called my parents and I told them I was going to go back home, and I took a hit of marijuana. That was the worst decision I've made in my life because that really fucked me up. But at the same time, if I didn't go in the Marines and got kicked out, if I didn't take that hit of marijuana and got messed up, I wouldn't have ever been diagnosed. Maybe not until years later, who knows. Before I even took the hit of marijuana, I was already scaring people, thinking I was already on drugs, which I wasn't. I was just manic, and I don't remember what happened that first night, but I did worry a lot of my friends, and I bought a BlackBerry the next day. That's what I remember. I went to a store and I bought a BlackBerry. It was about $300, $400. It wasn't that expensive. It was about $200, and I made the payment for every month. I went unlimited plan, unlimited texting, unlimited everything before it existed. So the $50 plan or $70 plan you get from Sprint today, I got from Nextel for $250 a month. That's a freaking car payment. And I paid it for 3 months until I ran out of cash, and then it went to collections. There was this moment that just epitomized the whole Manic episode, because it wasn't that bad for me. It just epitomized the whole feeling I had, and I've had ever since. Is that he took me to the rooftop of this condo where he had owned one of the condos before, and I saw UCLA, USC, the shore, the beach. I saw the Hollywood sign, everything I could imagine. I don't know if I saw the Hollywood sign or not, but everything I could imagine, I saw from that point, and that was where I was exactly. That's exactly how I felt. I felt so exhilarating, and it just epitomized the moment for me. This is why manic depression or bipolar disorder is a curse, and it's a blessing at the same time. I would never give up this disease. Some people would. I enjoy my episodes, and I hate my depression, just like a lot of people. But unlike a lot of people, if I could wish it away, I wouldn't, because it's made me who I am today. And I got diagnosed soon after that when I was back in my parents' care. But I got diagnosed with my manic depression on my first psychiatrist visit. And he gave me some Seroquel. Fortunately, it worked for me. It helped me go to sleep, and it helped the racing thoughts slow down. When I got back to my house, I started taking the pills, and I met up with that guy again. And I was still a little manic. The pills don't work instantly. They do help me go to sleep, though. But I was in a better state of mind, and I was more cautious to work with him than I was before. My story started with depression. It went over to basic mania, to drug-induced mania, to being on top of the world and feeling feelings that I will never forget, to coming down with prescription drugs. I fortunately ended up that episode that way. That was one of the worst episodes I've ever had. If they didn't take me to see a counselor when they did, I would have spiraled down. I would have had the worst feeling of my life after that episode, because that's what happens to them. And I just would have gone nuts.